Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 2. I really enjoyed following the discussion in week 1, and I'm in the middle of grading all of your week 1 papers. What I have seen thus far, you are doing a really nice job with the papers. Remember, you can choose an alternative way to complete your assignment if you choose to. I would like to ask you a favor, though, if you could please make sure that any of your written assignments get turned in as Word documents, not as PDFs, because it makes it much, much easier for me to provide you with specific comments. As you can see, I am getting ready to go on a therapy dog visit. That's something that I do as one of my hobbies, just to share a little bit about me. So, with regard to discussions, please remember that you should be using research that's especially important in your initial response to the prompt. And for every resource that you use, there should be at least one in-text citation so we know what information you've gotten from that particular reference. Overall, you did a great job. Some of you I do encourage to participate more for full points. We'd like to see more than 3 responses to your peers over the course of the week. And it's especially important that you think about trying to spread those out during the course of the week so we really can have a rich back and forth discussion and not just everybody posting their replies without a chance for a response on Saturday. So I thank you very much if you could work toward that for the remaining 5 weeks of the class. So for week 2, we're going to be talking about developmentally appropriate environments for young children, both indoors and out of doors, and how that fits in with positive behavior guidance and behavior management. I think it's especially important for us to think about those outdoor environments in light of what we know right now about our current context, that being outside is a great place to learn, and being able to use it to the best you can is wonderful considering our circumstance with the virus right now. So for this week, I would ask that you read Chapter 7 about designing developmentally appropriate environments, both inside and out. There are some supplemental materials. There's a video that I would really encourage you to watch about planning transitions to prevent challenging behavior. When I go into classrooms and when I was a classroom teacher, transitions are often the most challenging part of the entire day with regard to behavior in young children. So it would be a great video for you to watch. It's not very long. For our week 2 discussion, we're going to talk about classroom and outdoor space and their arrangement and what kind of materials should be available to make a difference for children. So I'm going to ask that you describe some examples of what you should see in a developmentally appropriate learning space, a couple of indoor spaces, a couple of outdoor spaces, and explain why you think they're effective and what could happen if the environment didn't look the way it does with whatever you're recommending in these examples. So feel free to write your post. You can record like I'm doing right now on Screencast-O-Matic. And I upload it to YouTube or any other technology that you can think of. I like to learn new technologies, so if you'd like to share anything, that would be awesome. And then our assignment for week 2 is going to be about transitions. So that's one of the reasons why watching that video would help. It makes up a large part of the day in any kind of a childcare or early childhood setting. And again, in my experience, can be one of the most challenging parts of the day. So I'd like you to talk about how you can create transitions that promote positive social interactions and learning. You can speak from your own experiences in your classrooms with your children, with what you've observed, or take what you've seen in the video and what you've read and any of your research online to really discuss that creation of positive transitions. And I'd also like you to think about how not only they're going to be a positive transition, but how can transition time be learning time? We spend so much time in transition, and we want to make all of our time valuable in school. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be all totally teacher directed to have value. But what can you think of in that time of transition that would cause it to be, again, positive for children, would include some positive social interactions, and also include some learning. Again, feel free to use any technology that you can think of, things like Prezi, Google Slides, PowerPoint. And if you do choose to turn in the traditional written assignment, again, make sure that you send it to me in Microsoft Word so I can provide you with as much feedback as I can. If you have any questions about any of the assignments, or if there's anything going on that you're finding difficult or challenging this week, feel free to reach out, and wishing all of you a wonderful week. Take care.